Okay, here is a screencast on how to push a document out to your class on Hapara. So you start off by clicking on the class that you'd like to share the document with, and then you need to choose the folder that you'd like the document to appear in. So I'd like this to go into my children's homework folders, so I'll click on homework. And then I come along here to these two wee pieces of paper with stars, Smart Share, and I click on this, and it opens up this window for me. Now I need to choose a file that I'd like to send to the children. My file's in Google Drive, so I'll click on this. And it brings open this window for me here. Now, if you've been working recently on the file that you'd like to send to the children, it will appear in the first documents here. For example, I'd like to send them this one, homework for weeks 7 and 8. However, if it's not something you've worked on recently, you might need to type into the search bar the name of the document because it's not particularly organized in here. Sorry about that. Okay, and then now that my document is selected, I will click select. And it brings the document up here. Now you've got a couple of options. If you tick this box, when the children get their copy of the document, it will have their name attached to it. So for example, when it goes into Emma's folder, this document will become homework for weeks 7 and 8, Emma. Okay, and that's quite useful because then I can tell whose is whose. I'd like to give them a copy, so each child has their own copy of the document. However, I've also got the options of sharing a document that they can just read, sharing them a document that they can comment on, or sharing a document that they can write on. For these three options, every child will be looking at the same copy of the document. They just have different permissions. When I select copy, each child has their own copy of the document. Now, I would like to choose my recipients by classes, so I'd like my entire class to get this document. However, I do have the option of choosing particular students or particular groups. So if I click group, then down the side here I could click which group I'd like to receive this. I don't have any groups set up in my homework folder, but for example, in your reading folder, if you'd like to send it just to particular groups, you could select those groups. So coming down here, then the last thing to do is click OK. And now you'll see this is the progress. This is it sending the document out to my children. Once it's finished, you'll be able to see that document appear in each of their folders.